I'm expected to train the new people coming in. I'm not getting any extra money in my pay packet. And what's happening, I'm still here in the one position, and the younger people are climbing up the ladder.
Jackie has been with the company for some time, but there's a problem with her performance. Terry, her supervisor, is trying to counsel her to solve the problem.
Let's see. What if we take away all your admin work and just concentrate you solely on training? How would that sound?
No, Terry, that really doesn't interest me. No, not at all, no. Doesn't motivate me at all. Sorry.
The company's heading towards a new direction. We're expanding. And we're thinking, look, with this expansion, we need people of your expertise, your experience.
No, sorry, Terry. I was promised something similar to this about 2 years ago, and it fell through. So, look, I guess I can't be blamed for losing all motivation.
I think you'll agree that this counselling session hasn't been a great success. In fact, many sessions like this are not productive.
That was very frustrating, like talking to a brick wall.
Well, I thought it was a bit of a waste of time, actually.
So why did Terry's counselling fail? What is the common trap he fell into? Well, it's easy to understand once you realise that there are two main styles of counselling, the advice style and the question style. Advice style counselling involves telling the person what to do. In other words, giving advice or making suggestions. Many managers, team leaders and technical experts I've come across are used to giving advice when helping people solve a problem. But that's the trap. You see, giving advice can work, but not every time. Often, the person being counselled can play a game with you called yes, but. Every time you offer a suggestion, they say, yes, but. Yes, but that won't work. Yes, but I don't have the resources. Let's go back to Terry and Jackie and watch this game being played.
Look, with this expansion, we need people of your expertise, your experience.
No, sorry, Terry. I was promised something similar to this about 2 years ago, and it fell through.
I've noticed you've got some leave up your sleeve. Why don't you take some time off and think this over?
No, I really don't think that would work, Terry.
Terry is using an advice style of counselling, making suggestions, telling Jackie what to do, and she is just yes-butting him. The result? He's getting frustrated and angry, and she is avoiding any responsibility for the problem. Giving advice is the trap that so many people fall into when counselling. So, how can you avoid it? By using question-style counselling. Question-style counselling puts responsibility back onto the other person. It involves asking the person for suggestions or ways of solving the problem. Using why, how, and what questions, like, why is this happening? How can we solve this? What ideas do you have? By using silence to gently pressure the other person to say something. And finally, by encouraging the other person to go into detail, not just stick with vague ideas. Watch Terry counsel Jackie again, this time using the question style. See the difference?
Well, I agree with you, Terry. Yes, my job output has deteriorated.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, the problem is I've lost interest.
Lost interest, Jackie?
Yes, I have lost interest, and not only lost interest, but I'm also very annoyed. In fact, I'm downright angry, because I'm training all these new people that are coming in, and where does it get me?
How can we fix this?
Well, you could maybe offer me more money.
I love to, Jackie, but the budget limits me to what I can pay you. Have you got any more ideas?
No. No.
Have a think about it.
Well, you could maybe put me in charge of the training program.
Can you elaborate on that?
Why can't I be completely in charge of
The question style of counselling puts the responsibility back onto the other person to solve the problem.
Let me do the training from the beginning. Let me work out the schedules.
Terry is doing much better this time.
Well, I think we can. I felt much more in control as I felt that I was putting the ball into her court.
I really had to come up with some ideas of my own, and I wasn't expecting that at all. But anyway, after kind of giving it some thought, I think we really got somewhere.
So, using the question style rather than the advice style led to this counselling session being productive. Productive counselling. It's about getting the other person on side and taking responsibility, getting them to solve the problem. So, don't fall for the trap of giving advice. Use the question style as much as possible. Ask the person for suggestions. Use why, how, and what questions. Use silence to gently pressure them to respond, and push for detail if they're being vague.